everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about rewriting your story. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and hit that bell. Did you know that you have the power to write or rewrite your story as many times as you want? If you want to know more, stay with me a few minutes. I am the Comfortable Counselor. I'm helping you to write your chapter 2. Relax, put your feet up. Stay with me for a while. Let's do this. So what does it mean when I say you have the power to write or rewrite your stories as many times as you want? Each of us have a belief system about ourselves, what we think we can or we can't do, that we have been telling ourselves literally for years or even decades. Our stories about ourselves they're a narration. They're the narrative of what we see ourselves in regards to what we think we can do based on our lives, mostly in the past, of what we thought or give meaning to of the things we have done in our past. So what's a narrative and how did I get one of those? Well, basically that happened in our past. We told stories to ourselves to deal with whatever was going on. Doesn't always have to be negative, but usually it is negative. I mean, we do have positive stories about ourselves, about our abilities and what we know we're good at now, but there are some self-limiting beliefs about ourselves where we can't progress in certain areas in our life because of things that we think that we did or how well we dealt with something in the past. Sometimes it's dealt with trauma. As a child, we told ourselves stories to be able to deal with what happened to us so we can create a reality, so we can deal with it more normally, whatever that is. Sometimes it doesn't have to be about trauma or something as extreme as that, but it can be something like maybe we had a sibling who was just the golden child and better at everything, and we had to cope with that and live in their shadows. So we had to tell stories about ourselves that, okay, maybe they were great about this, so because they're great, I'm not great in, say, playing a sport or academics or whatever. And we carry that story with us into the future, and then we start believing, well, my past, I wasn't good at that because I told myself I wasn't good at that, so I must not be good at it now, right? So we deal with these basically as coping mechanisms. We want to feel normal, so we create a world, a reality, a lens that we look through so that we feel like we are normal. We all want to feel that way, so we create stories and narratives to make us feel like we're okay. So how do I start? How do I start to rewrite my story? First thing you need to do is to see your story. What does that mean? See it for what it is. That requires a couple of things. Self-reflection, self-honesty. That's difficult because we don't want to admit to some things in our lives that we're doing that may not be working for us. So we need to accept what our life is like. Now, let's be clear here. Just because you accept your reality for what it really is does not mean you have to like it. I think what we're afraid of sometimes, we think that if I accept this, then that means I'm okay with it. No, that's not what it means. Accepting it means you're being honest with yourself and realizing, okay, so my life is like this, okay, so let me step back. I am the creator of my life. That's the great thing about this. I'm the creator, so I can step back and see it as a canvas. I can paint over the picture that's already on there now, which is a beautiful thing, that you have that power to create a whole entire life. So what does your life look like now? Maybe you're a little negative. Maybe you have some inside dialogue that's always telling you you can't and you can't. Maybe you have a disproportionate amount of reaction to situations. That's a nice way of saying you freak out a lot. Okay, that you overreact to some things. Maybe that's your problem. I don't know. Maybe you have patterns of relationships that bring you hurt and pain. It can be a variety of things, but the important thing is looking at it from the outside and seeing it from far away. You get a global look at what's going on in your life, which helps in the self-honesty and the self-reflection. So maybe you have some repetitive patterns that won't enable you to get the job that you want or get the goals that you want. Again, step back and look at it from the outside, and it's a whole different picture. Also, when you step back, you're no longer part of the problem. You're seeing the problem on the outside. And again, it gives you a much clearer perspective. So basically what I'm saying is you need to question your reality. We've created a world, we have created a reality, we have created a lens that we look through that we can see that reality. Question those things in your life because your narratives may not be true. So again, like I said, step back and be able to see from the outside. So sometimes we need help doing that, and that's where I come in as a counselor and coach, where I help you, guide you, help you to, I guess, question what you've been doing now that has not been working for you, and we kind of go and put some meaning to that. And when that happens, then we can create some of that self-honesty, and it is kind of painful sometimes, but at the same time, it can be very exciting. I love what I do. I love helping people find their chapter 2, to write their chapter 2, to rewrite their reality. That's exciting to me because you get a chance to start fresh, clean slate. So how do you do that? Again, try to see things differently. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. I have seen in other videos that I have done that when we do baby steps, we have a better chance of writing or rewriting that reality. When we go to extreme and we try to just go from 0 to 100 in like 30 seconds, that we can't sustain that. We're looking for the long haul. Slow and steady wins the race. I say that all the time. I know it sounds kind of cliche, but I mean, it's so true. We're not in a hurry. We have plenty of time to write that story. What else? Do you have the right kind of motivation? Sometimes a negative experience or a negative, I guess, kick in the pants, right, can help us to, get some boost to change. But in reality, that might be a catalyst to help you get on that road. But long-term, positive self-talk, consistent positive self-talk will help you sustain that motivation to get you to write or rewrite your story. Change your environment also is something you can do. I talk about expanding your tribe, your friends, your family, whoever. I know you have a nucleus of people that you work with, stay with, hang out with, but sometimes going to different places or meeting new people can get you into an environment where you have people who are actively writing their stories, and you can see that, you sense that, and like, wow, well, how are they doing that? I feel something different. You don't know what it is exactly, but there's something different about them. Hang out with those people that make you feel like you want to be a better person. All right? But be careful. Stress. Okay? There's something about stress that will make us go back to our old ways. Here's a great prime example when we're trying to lose weight or the diet, and we have habits that we've built up for weeks, maybe even months, but then some kind of crisis happens, emotional crisis, or things are difficult at work, or maybe trying to juggle school and work, and you're freaking out, right? I don't know who that would be, right? But we sometimes will slip back into our old ways, so be careful about that. Recognize it, that you're under some stress and some anxiety, and we can recognize it, again, a self-acceptance, self-honesty, then you can say, hey, whoa, put on the brakes a little bit here. You know what? Okay, I recognize I'm under some duress, and you're less likely to fall back into those old habits which prevent you from writing or rewriting your life. So this is my video this week. I hope you've gotten something positive out of this video. If nothing else, remember, as I've just talked about, you have the power to write or rewrite your story as many times as you want. It's a beautiful thing. It can be a little scary, but I promise you, it's a beautiful thing. Please subscribe, hit that bell, check out my other videos. I have lots of them, okay? They're accumulating. Please check me out every Sunday. I have a new video coming out. More than anything, okay? Remember, you're great. You have this power, and I want to help you get to that point where you feel comfortable and empowered enough to rewrite your story, because if I can do it, I swear you can do it. You have the ability. See you next week.